T20s and 2 ODIs that you played, the bowlers have really done well so far. So could you talk us through the kind of preparations that you did coming into this tour? Because from the first match you guys hit the right length, which may not be easy for a team coming in to sort of do that. So you just talk us through the kind of work that you put in.
Yeah, I suppose coming over here, a lot of us have played a lot of cricket over here, whether it's on Australian tours or Australia A tours, or the fact that a lot of guys are playing IPL. I think we've played a lot of cricket here. The communication in the group's been unbelievable. And we're working our backsides off at training. We're training the house down. We're wanting to get better. We're a young cricket side, and especially pretty young bowling attack as well. So we're just trying to get better in each and every day and challenge ourselves against some of the best players in the world in their conditions. So I think our communication's been a big thing, and it's just our willingness to adapt to different conditions and to play different roles throughout the whole game. Yeah, obviously it was disappointing to not get over the line, but get so close to India here in their home conditions here. Obviously they've got some absolute superstars. Obviously you got a legend like MS Dhoni still running around, still controlling their back end of their innings through the whole tempo. But and you look at Virat Kohli. In my eyes, he's probably, in my playing era, he's probably one of the greatest cricketers that's going to play in my playing era. So obviously they've got some absolute superstars in their side, and we're a young side learning, but we're getting better, and we're looking forward to the challenges that lay ahead. There's an unbelievable feeling inside the Australian cricket change room at the moment. There's a lot of belief. But as I said, we're learning, we're wanting to get better, and this series isn't over yet. We believe that we can still come out and win this series, and we've got no other option. We've got to believe that we've got to come out here and win 3 games. It's going to be one hell of a challenge. We're playing against one of the best sides in their home conditions, so it's exciting, but it's a great challenge for us.
Nathan, you're the premier spinner in Test cricket in the world right at the moment, but you haven't had a longer regular run in ODI. So has that put extra pressure on you, or has that altered your approach towards limited overs cricket?
No, it hasn't put extra pressure on. I'm really enjoying being back playing the shorter formats and being back in the coloured clothing for Australia. So it's just, for me, it's just about coming out and enjoying the challenge and trying to get better at playing shorter formats. I'm one for always learning about the game of cricket. I want to get better each and every day. I'll come out to bowl. So yeah, so there's added pressure, I guess, but there's none that I'm putting on myself. It's just about me coming out here, preparing well, and playing my role for the Australian cricket team.
Sam? Nathan, all the pressurised games in the World Cup, these next games are must-win for Australia. What does it mean to have these top of mind domestic games right now leading into the World Cup?
I think it's amazing to have, even the other night, to be out in the middle there batting with Marcus at the end there, and unfortunately falling over the line, but it really gives me personally in that moment a little taster for what may come around the corner. You always want to be put in those challenge environments as a professional sportsman. You want to challenge yourself against the best under extreme amounts of pressure, and that's where you see people really stand up or don't really cope under pressure. So I think it's a great experience for the Australian cricket side. But as I said, we're a young side, and if we can keep learning off these experiences, hopefully they'll put us in good stead for the World Cup and games moving forward. I don't think there'll be a ground anywhere in the world that have my name on it, but obviously MS Dhoni and Nathan Lyon are totally 2 different characters, and he's an absolute legend of the game, so I'm not comparing myself to him. Thanks, sir.
How do you view the current dominance of, say, the wrist spinners, and how do you view that in terms of, as you are a finger spinner, and do you see that there is a need for finger spinners to sort of reinvent their game, and how do you see that?
Obviously, the wrist spinners they're a valuable part to any side, but I'm working on a couple of different variations to make sure that I'm keeping up with the game. The game's moving so fast. As I said, it's a great opportunity for everyone to learn. But I think it's a pretty important balance to have a couple of really good spinners in your side. You look at India; they've got a couple of really good ones. Kuldeep's his skills unbelievable, but the reliance of Jadeja's been quite impressive as well. So. But I think it's quite important for any international side to have a couple of decent spinners, especially going into a World Cup.
Certainly, great show.
Nathan, wanted to know about India's death bowling over the past few months that we've played, and over the. Do you think this is as good as an international unit in terms of death bowling?
Oh, that's probably one you need to ask a batter, really. But obviously coming up against the likes of Bumrah, who is absolutely exceptional cricketer. We've seen that throughout the test matches at home, but then into the shorter format as well. He's an exciting young cricketer, and to compete against the likes of him at the back end, especially for someone like myself who can't bat, it's quite challenging. But yeah. They're a very talented side, but to be honest with you, I'm just really concerned about what we're doing as an Australian cricket team. I'm not really worried about what India is doing or their preparation. I'm just making sure that once we walk out in the field there, we're coming out here to compete hard, play some really good cricket, in which there have been some really good games this whole series. So we're looking forward to that for the rest of the tour.
Nathan, you spoke about belief, that Australian team still has enough belief, but over the past several months we have seen the team is struggling under pressure, especially as far as batting is concerned. And also, do you think that this Guns' effort to toning down aggression, on-field aggression, it is also affecting the team's performance?
I'm not sure if you'd say choking. We're playing against one of the best sides in the world. I think a choke's a pretty strong word. We're a young cricket side and we're trying to get better. We're learning about the game on the training field. So I think it comes down to having these experiences, which is going to be absolutely brilliant in leading into a high pressure environment and such like a World Cup. So I don't think the chokes are the right word. I think we're competing against one of the best sides in the world, and I think we can get better. And it's been a close contest. If you actually break down the game, and I've just come from a team meeting, if you break down the game into all the little numbers that we look at, it's quite close. I think a lot of people would be surprised how close it is. So, but as I said, we're learning and we're trying to get better, and we are getting better. And I know everyone in that change room, batter and bowler, fielding, they've got my support, and everyone's supporting that change room. So there's a great feeling inside the Australian cricket change room at the moment. So there's a lot of belief.
Nathan, you spoke about training the house down, and we've always seen Sriram with the nets like Marcus Stoinis sweeping the ball, practicing even minutes before the match. So I mean, could you just speak about how Sriram's influence has been on you on a personal front and also in Zampa?
Yeah, Shree's been great. Obviously, he knows these conditions inside out, and he's passed on some great knowledge about the Indian batsmen and the way they go about their business. So to have inside knowledge like Shree has been absolutely exceptional for our batters and also our bowlers, whether that's fast bowling or spin bowling. Personally, I've really enjoyed talking to him about variations and the way that you can try either defend or attack a batsman. So he's been great for personally my mindset.
Gav, last question.
Bounce is so important to you, and some of these pitches probably negate that. How do you sort of encounter that, coming into this series, especially in the white ball format when there's not many catches around the bat where you get a lot of your wickets from sort of the longer format of the game?
I still believe bounce is a massive weapon. It's about me having the ability to change up the variations, change up pace, and change up my mindset depending on who I'm bowling to. It's really about, for me personally, trying to read the game, what's going to happen in the game before it actually happens, and try and get an understanding and try and control that moment. But yeah, bounce is still a big important factor for me. If I can hit the stickers on the bat, and hopefully those catches are going to go to hand and not into the stand. So, yeah, it's just a good challenge and something that I'm excited about.